I think that can hang out there until we are ready.
Come seeker, come traveler, come all humankind, online or in person, whomever you love.
Come and be welcome at the Unitarian Universalist Church of Cheyenne, for here we are building a community of refuge where all have equal worth and are invited into spiritual exploration as a foundation for hope, compassionate service, and action.
This is a place where questions are encouraged, a place with room for all of who you are.
This is a place full of works in progress, a place for being human together.
Welcome. It is good to be here.
Settle in and exhale. This is a time for community.
Good morning. I'm Carol Jean Bongo, a member of the board, and I'm here to welcome you to this church where we are on a shared journey to find meaning, connection, and community together. It's wonderful to see everyone here today. If you are new to us, please fill out a welcome card, looks like this, and drop it in the basket as it passes. That way we can share information with you about our activities and help you to find what nourishes your soul here. There are note cards in the pews for writing your joys and sorrows for our pastoral prayer. We pass a square basket during the offering to gather these. So you can write your name on it or remain anonymous. Or you can write "Do Not Share" on the card if there's something you want to be held in care by our pastoral team and minister, but not spoken aloud. Many activities and events happen each week in this community. Here are a few that are coming up soon. First, please note that the date for the Legal Observer Training 2 has in your order of service are incorrect. The correct date for this event is July 25th at 2 p.m. in the social hall. Please join us today after the service to say farewell to Reverend Elizabeth. We will see them off with a Mexican fiesta potluck. So thank you to all the folks who brought goodies to share. Everyone is encouraged to join us in this time of celebration and community. And then don't forget that next Sunday is our first Sunday potluck. 4th of July leftovers are more than welcome. Lastly, we are starting to take donations for our annual church garage sale. Donations can be placed in the social hall on the stage. Please be mindful of the areas being used by fire. It's best to set your donations along the back of the stage so that they can access the freezer more easily. Please do not donate any furniture items that take more than one person to carry, please. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing you at the actual garage sale, Saturday, August 1st. We gather in person and on Zoom each week, giving from our resources to sustain the work of this church and to share our abundance with community organizations, broadening the reach of our values. You can find the text to give number in your order of service, or use your Realm app for electronic giving, or your Share the Plate offerings and pledges may also be dropped in the basket in a few moments. For the month of June, our Share the Plate partner is WyoFile. Today, Jean Ruckman is here today to share about the importance and a little bit about the history of WyoFile. Welcome, Jean.
Good morning, and thank you for sharing the plate with WyoFile. Appreciate that. I'm a former board member of WyoFile. This is an organization that originally started in 2009. It's made up of a bunch of former editors and everybody from various newspapers around the state, Casper Star in particular. A lot of editorial staff was part of that. And it started out as a tiny blog because that they felt that they were trying to fill a gap. And the gap was basically more of the long-form journalism that they saw. And you probably have seen news media die in the print form and all that is the world. And so they wanted to embrace the online concept and trying to realize that the world is changing. And it was definitely changing very fast for media as well. And they got together and formed a little nonprofit in 2009 and just started off with several blog posts as volunteers. Eventually it grew into more of a broader board. I joined in 2013, 2014. I served till fall of November 2019. And those were fun days of trying to, we decided we needed to get an executive editor, and then we needed to have a permanent reporter in there. A lot of times we were just focusing on, actually the skill set of the reporters that we had at the time. Somebody was really good on natural resources. We were covering natural resource stuff as well. Eventually, we decided as a board that we've got to, figure out a better underwriting and trying to get donations in. So that was our task. And many times we were digging into our own pockets to basically make payroll. And so that whole 5 years we were spent on was actually trying to lay the groundwork to have a sustainable news source for Wyoming, independent journalism, and not beholding to any donations that we got that we didn't want to. If a certain foundation donated to us, we wanted to make sure that there was editorial independence on that as well. So we set up a mechanism over those years to basically fund what has grown into, actually probably right now, is the news source that is actually binding all of Wyoming media together in covering the state, working with the local newspapers, local news outlets as well. In a way, it's become its own Associated Press for putting together some of these legacy papers that are still alive, and also being able to fund way more journalists than we had that I could dream of in my day on the file. So I'm really proud of what they've accomplished, especially in the last few years. In 2018, we went from a basic budget of $400,000 a year, essentially paying for 3 full-time employees, their health insurance, and their expenses of trying to maintain the system. And that has now grown into about a $2 million budget. And always are trying to keep underneath that so that we can keep an endowment going so that we've always got stuff funding. And that was a huge struggle for 10, 12 years of trying to get that going and maintaining it. Now it has spread across, and we've got support that's coming out of, we had an uphill battle of trying to have support coming in, because eventually, like I mentioned earlier, that we had a reporter that was skilled for natural resource. A lot of people thought we were just a pro-environmental group. And we're like, no. And for a long time, certain state officials wouldn't talk to us. And we had to convince them that, we are, a fair place to listen to. And so we decided, to solve that is we've got to have a full-time permanent staff that covers the legislature, the state functions, what's going on in the state is a broader thing. And that has actually paid off. And a lot of the articles that you see in local newspapers are actually really WyoFile reporters that are reporting on the news of the state and what's happening locally as well. So the benefit of that is you get long-form journalism that's actually available on the web. If you want to see all the details, all the links to the sources and everything of the reporting background, that's going to be found. That was one of the things that we wanted to dedicate, make sure that it was always continuous out there so that you can actually see and follow through, make decisions on your own, and see independent journalism. And that's very, very important in this day and age right now. And so we are definitely in need of always continually asking, passing the hat, asking for donations, continue to get foundational support, and also looking to our membership. If there's anybody that gets out there, you can join on, just like with National Public Radio or any of that, you can actually join on, become a member, get the weekly, daily newsletter, the email that comes out. It's kind of like the thump in the driveway. It's the electronic thump instead of the paper on the porch. It's coming into your inbox there as well. We also rely on folks to give us news tips. Drop those into them. They're very welcome to that as well. So highly recommend checking out what we've got online. We are not afraid to admit when we're wrong, when we made a printing mistake, and going out to correct it. That is a very rare thing that you see today. But it's a very dedicated staff, and I'm very, very happy, and just so it's matured a lot, and we have a very good crew out there, and we'd love to continue to provide that service to you in the state. All right. And thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And so we give thanks for the gifts of this community, shared with generosity among us. In gatherings, we are stirred, like the leaves of the fall rustling round sacred trees, tossed hither and yon until we come to rest together, quietly, softly. We come to gather strength from one another. We come to give strength to each other. We come to ask for strength from the Spirit of all that is and is not, when our hearts sing or when they frown. It is the way of compassion, telling us to give. It is the way of peace, asking us to share our gifts. For we are happiest and most powerful when love is made apparent in and through us. Spirit of the circle that is love, as we twirl in this dance that is life, we give thanks for reminding us each day of our task of ministering to each other with a searching glance, a safe touch, a generous smile, a thoughtful word. Thank you for reminding us that we are always building our beloved community. Thank you for reminding us that through our covenant with you, we covenant with each other and are made whole. In gratitude, we celebrate with open hearts and minds. We discover who we are, separate from each other and within one another. In the circle that holds all life, may we ever work toward widening its boundaries until there are none. Amen and paz, and blessed be. So may we join in worship together. And may we join in worship together joyfully as we rise in body or in spirit, opening our gray hymnals to number 361, Enter, Rejoice, and Come In. Thank you to our hymn leaders as well. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your ears to the song. Open your ears to the song. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Open your hearts, everyone. Open your hearts, everyone. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Don't be afraid of some change. Don't be afraid of some change. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Enter, rejoice, and come in. Today will be a joyful day. Enter, rejoice, and come in.
The chalice lighting is I Light This Chalice for You by Celia Thurston. I light this chalice for all the times you have lit this chalice, for every time you struck the match or flicked that zapper thing or empowered a nervous parishioner to do the same. I light this chalice for all that you've done, for all that you've fostered and cultivated and nudged, for all that you've suggested and directed and maneuvered. I light this chalice for the intensity of your reactions in responding to grace and rejecting mediocrity within the tender balance between tradition and choice. I light this chalice for your being here now, out of calling, out of commitment, out of love. I light this chalice for the time you have spent preaching and hurting and healing. I light this chalice for you.
Thank you. And now, let us join together in a spirit of prayer. Spirit of life, of love, of community and gathering, of creation and celebration. We gather to be with one another once more, to support one another in hard times, to celebrate what is joyful in our lives, and to dwell together in the wonder and mystery of this magnificent and ever-changing life. Today, we offer prayers for Reverend Elizabeth, me, and Jed moving forward into the next phase of their life journeys. And we offer prayers for this congregation as we move forward as well, as you all move forward into the next phase of your ministry with one another. May it be blessed. And let us also send blessings to Aaron's father, George, who's dealing with a rough bout of sickness. And we hope he'll feel better soon. And we hope whatever that was not somebody getting hurt. Everybody okay back there? Fabulous. We'll offer our prayers that does okay. Thank you. And we also send our love and our good wishes to our ACLU lawyer who is working hard on response to the motion to dismiss this week. And so let us acknowledge this earth and all beings upon it. For this is the time when the winds blow, the rains come, the sun shines, and all things are growing and changing with such speed. In this time when the earth wishes for us to be outside in it, let us take the time to acknowledge nature and all its beauty in the midst of all that is. And let us take a moment to breathe and to be together with all of those joys too new to know of yet, those sorrows too tender to speak aloud, as we light our candles of care for individual, community, and world issues. May we find in this space peace and comfort and abundant community to enfold us. Amen, and blessed be. And now, if the young or the young at heart would like to come forward and join us in the speaking of our covenant on the chancel at this time, we welcome your leadership. Y'all can come up. So, today, we don't have so much of a story as we have a couple of questions. Because in this congregation, for 4 years now, I have been called to be the minister. And when we very first started, we had a little bit of a chat with kids and with our young at heart as well. And even some of those who don't come forward, but probably feel young at heart sometimes, I hope, about what a minister is and what they do. But it's been 4 years. And so I thought we might ask a little bit. Maybe some folks out here, maybe some folks up here. What is it that a minister does? Guide and teach is one piece. Listen and help. Hold space. To inspire. Provide an environment for growth. Offer support. Being competent. Help people learn. Empower folks. Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate the bunnies in this congregation that go hop. And the frogs too. Yeah. So all of those are things that a minister can do. Ministers preach and teach, offer sacred rites and rituals and transitions, help people when things are hard, help people celebrate when things are joyful and awesome. So many pieces of ministry. But if we looked around this congregation, are there any of those things that you all said that don't exist somewhere in this congregation, in a person, even in this room? How many of you can teach something? How many of you have spoken about something that's important to you in public? How many of you have felt inspired by someone else who's in this room at some point? How many of you have felt cared for by someone in this room at some point? Not me, someone else. And so on and so on. I think I would get hands on almost every one of these, maybe every single one. Because here, you have the power of ministry among you. And so, whether or not you have any particular person in ministry in this coming weeks, months, year, you are going to be beautiful ministers to one another. You are going to be doing ministry. So, I'm going to ask for a courageous yes from everyone in this room. Are you ready to be ministers to one another when you are needed in the year to come? Fabulous. Thank you so much. And I will ask those who would like to be joining us in membership or acknowledged because they've already signed the book to stay up here as the rest of our Young at Heart folks head on back to their seats. Yes.
We've got one.
Yes, there's one right there. All right. Didn't you already join us? You can totally be up here. Would you like to help hand out roses? That would be fabulous. Thank you. Actually, if you'll pull that apart, that would be very helpful. So, let me take just a moment to flip through because this book begins in 1986 with our first members. And it takes a moment to get all the way up from 1986 to 2026. There we are. So today, those who have joined us in membership recently and not been formally welcomed yet, those who are joining us in membership today, we are taking a moment of ritual. For to join us in membership is to offer your trust, your time, your talents and gifts, your resources, and the shared responsibility of being stewards with us of this congregation. Those of us who are part of this community offer care, joy, support, and welcome in return. Jack Runnels, Zane Vogler Sandoval, you have both signed this book. Forrest, would you like to come forward to sign the book as well? Right there.
What is today?
It's the 28th. And now, if you'll take a look and say together, today,
Today, I join with this congregation, holding hope in my heart and pledging to participate in and support the ministries of this church. I covenant to remain true to the spirit of love which centers and guides our congregation and myself. May I find welcome here as I join you on this journey of faith.
We welcome you as we were once welcomed ourselves. We seek to be open and inclusive, respecting your inherent worth and dignity, accompanying you in your search for truth and meaning, opening our hearts to your wisdom, both when it is easy and when it is difficult.
We seek to be supportive, not only when you reach out, encourage to us, but also when you need us to reach out to you. In return, we ask that you recognize our humanity. We will not always live up to our ideals.
And now, could the members of this congregation repeat after me as we offer our blessing and our commitment, saying, we choose to offer our best selves to this new relationship.
We choose to offer our best selves to this new relationship.
To be with you in love. For love is the spirit of this church.
For love is the spirit of this church.
When we fall short, we invite you to stay in relationship with us.
We invite you to stay in relationship with us.
To share in the responsibility of building and rebuilding trust.
To share in the responsibility of building and rebuilding trust.
So that we may create the beloved community together.
The beloved community together.
We welcome you as an equal member of this congregation and this faith, and of our shared spiritual journeys. Thank you. So welcome. Welcome to this community which is ever-changing and made better by your presence, as each member before you has also become a part of this kaleidoscopic beauty of multitudes and diversity. Thank you for the gift of your presence and for your commitment. When babies are dedicated in the UU Church, we offer a rose without thorns as a symbol of the beauty we hope will touch their lives with soft and tender care. We touch them with the water of shared experience, the symbol of our ever-flowing journey together, of the care and nourishment found in community, and we covenant to support their growth in this faith. Today, as new members, we give you roses. And they do sometimes have a couple of thorns, not because we wish you harm, but because more like our teens, which when they finish coming of age, we believe in your maturity and your ability to take care with the whole and complex ways of being, to know that any community may come with some prickles as well as a deep beauty. A wise friend once said, joining Unitarian Universalism is easy, but staying a Unitarian Universalist beyond the first time that community truly disappoints you is the real test of our shared faith. In this moment, and with this rose, we commit ourselves to be in relationship with you through that moment as well. We hope you will stay with us. Let us know if you need a Band-Aid or an apology or outreach in order to continue on this journey together. And now, we offer blessings on your journey and ours as they are now joined together. Thank you. Thank you all. And we'll sing a verse of number 346. Come sing a song with me to complete this ceremony. Can we just get the first note on that? Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me. Come sing a song with me, that I might know your mind. And I'll bring you hope when hope is hard to find. And I'll bring a song of love and a rose in the winter time. Blessings. Thank you.
Thank you. I think everybody up there. Awesome. Third time's a charm, right? Look it out of your way.
And thank you. Appreciate your help. I have more flowers than I have vases. This is one of those days. I'll let you continue with the sacred message.
Okay. The sacred message is Nothing is Static by Manish Mishra Marzetti. The ground shifts, sometimes slowly, sometimes like an earthquake, reminding us that the solidity we often seek and love is always an illusion. The crumbling dust of the desert plains, the moist fertility of farmlands, the eroding coastline of tidal shores are all changing. Committees dissolve or are created, leaders retire or step away, ministers come and go, bylaws are amended. New experiences lead to new truths which foster evolution, the natural course of life always pushing us towards greater understandings of what it means to be human. Everything about our existence points towards change, flexibility, and dynamic recreation. And it's hard because change involves loss. Can we hold the losses well while not holding ourselves back? The ground shifts, sometimes slowly, sometimes like an earthquake. Nothing is static.
And so we come to this moment where I ask you, sorry, I'm going to cry about this. I will miss you all so much. Where I ask you to release my call. You have an insert in your order of service. For 4 years, you have offered me your free pulpit and the freedom of creativity and worship, gifts for which I am truly grateful. It is now time, and I return the ministry of worship to your able hands. Use it to speak the truth in love to one another, to continue finding reverence and meaning together. For 4 years, you have welcomed me into the transitional moments of your lives, times of sorrow and crisis, times of great joy. It has been my privilege to care for you in times of need, and I now return the ministry of pastoral care into your capable hands. Use it to comfort and to celebrate the milestones of your lives with compassion. From my first days with you, you have asked me to lead you in works of justice and compassion, inspiring us to build a better world. I return the prophetic ministry to your hands. Use it to take the teachings of Unitarian Universalism beyond our walls into a hurting human family.
Thank you for your prophetic voice. We accept it for ourselves and release you from your service as our leader for peace and justice.
And since my arrival, you have asked me to serve as well as the professional leader of this congregation. And today, I return that administry of this congregation to you. May you guide yourselves with courage and wisdom into a strong and sure future. Though our paths to finding it are diverging, our time together is a testament to the love that lives beyond us. Thank you.
Today's core reading is This Day We Say Grateful, Ascending Blessing by Jan Richardson. It is a strange thing to be so bound and so released, all in the same moment, to feel the heart open wide and wider still, even as it turns to take its leave. On this day, let us say this is simply the way love moves, in its ceaseless spiraling, turning us toward one another, then sending us into what waits for us with arms open wide to us in welcome and in hope. On this day, in this place where you have poured yourself out, where you have been emptied and filled and emptied again, may you be aware more than ever of what your heart has opened to here, what it has tended and welcomed here, where it has broken in love and in grief, where it has given and received blessing in the unfathomable mystery that moves us, undoes us, and remakes us finally for joy. This day, may you know this joy in full measure. This day, may you know this blessing that gathers you and sends you forth, but will not forget you. Oh, hear us as this day we say grace, this day we say grateful, this day we say blessing, this day we release you into God's keeping, and hold you in gladness and in love.
And so, on this final Sunday together, I spent a lot of time thinking about what new stories you might need to hear, or what final wisdom I could impart before it's too late. But there's nothing I can tell you today that will revolutionize your life or the church. There's nothing you don't already know. Nothing from the 4 years we have spent together that I could say this morning that will change your lives. You know at core what you need to know, that you must act from courage and love, that being flexible is the key to growth, that when you trust one another, you can do an awful lot. I arrived in this congregation following a time of pandemic hibernation. There wasn't a huge amount happening here. The activities had somewhat faded, but the ground was good, for you all have tended this place well for so many years. It was like the congregation was in hibernation, hidden like seeds beneath the soil and waiting to grow once more. The pandemic was a death knell for so many congregations. And this congregation, this place, might have decided it was good enough to grow old with who was already here, to go patiently into that slide toward obsolescence, to do congregational hospice with a strained budget and a small group of people on Sundays. But instead, this congregation fostered its own growth and renewal. You committed to restarting religious education, to beginning Wellspring programming, to offering reflective small group work once more, trying out new ways of building connections, fostering new partnerships to respond to all of the times in which we live and the things happening in Wyoming and the world. You decided to spread your message, to deepen your roots, to grow and spread your wings with courage, to insist that there is and ever shall be a place for liberal religion and for courageous love, for Unitarian Universalist values here in Wyoming, in this capital city. In that first year, we worked on everything from just finding people to make the coffee, to showing up in the legislature, to reminding people that church is here every Sunday for fellowship and contemplation, for spiritual growth, and for speaking our truths. You made that happen by being willing to try new things, by offering to accompany new people in coming here, by making mistakes, by reviving some old programming and repurposing things that needed a shift of focus, by growing new things, by learning a whole new database. I'm looking at you, Jean and Andrea especially. You leaned into new things. You worked to remind the people of Cheyenne that it is the Western spirit, not some cuckoo liberal idea, to seek truth, to independently search, to freely look for all that could be and talk about it. Not just by testifying against book bans, but by attending Lectio Divina, by founding chalice circles, by offering Wellspring, by truly living into questions of truth and values-centered living. You supported the people who needed you in these years. You offered pastoral care amongst yourselves and sometimes looped me in as well. You had Share the Plate, revitalized, and Fire, living out our generosity and our care for people in this state. All the stories you need are here. They're the stories of who you are, the courage and love you're already setting to work in this community to make the world a better place, a safer and kinder place for all manner of people. And you're not perfect. There were mistakes along the way. And when I arrived here, I heard of times you've been disappointed in your leaders. I heard of a time an administrator stole money from the congregation and broke trust in a deep way. I heard that while the board perhaps made the best choices they could, there was further disappointment from some members of the community not pursuing justice in the ways that they felt best about. And I know that those kinds of problems leave a scar and lingering trust issues in a congregation. And there were more bits of times when things did not go well, when things were hard. But I also saw you working through it, living into courageous choices, being honest and transparent about what's been hard and what's been good. When you needed to build a nimble and responsive fund for our neighbors in need, you could have said no to the fire fund and to fire itself, said we need more control, we don't feel secure enough to do this kind of work. But you didn't. You said, let's lean into it, let's try. And you have given so much with such generosity to this work. I know so many of you have personal stories as well. Times when you've not been as kind as you could have been. Times when your personal fears held you back from something you knew was morally right, or from stepping in when injustice was happening. Those personal stories might echo along the lines of the congregational ones. Tell them too, for it is in learning from one another. Our times of growth, our times of error, as well as our times of courageous, wondrous action, all mixed together, that reminds us that this is a place for being human together. None of us are as bad as our worst moment. None of us are as good as our best one. But together, we have moments of brilliance and brokenness that sparkle, a kaleidoscope of beauty. Every day that this congregation chooses to be together once more, you are working together on becoming better, not perfect, but a little more lovely. My favorite philosopher, Bob Ross, who some of you may know as the painter of happy little clouds and happy little trees, has some wise words. He used to say, we don't make mistakes, we just have happy accidents. In one particular episode of The Joy of Painting, Bob said while looking at some streaks of paint he had put into the sky on his canvas, you ever make a mistake in life? Let's make them birds. Yeah, they're birds now. And there they were. We don't make mistakes. We just make birds and let them fly. Like Bob Ross and his birds, like Harold and the Purple Crayon, drawing himself into new ways of being and new adventures every day. Being willing to be creative turns mistakes and problems into opportunities for creation. And I know, because this congregation has been through some things together. And you have the tools. You have the imagination. You have that paintbrush or that purple crayon, metaphorically and literally for some of y'all. And you are ready to do what you need to do. Whether you're like Harold with far too much pie at the picnic, needing to draw some extra animals to share. Whether you're like Bob Ross, few extra streaks that need to turn into birds. Whether you're like us, a little nervous about your resources and your capacity, but knowing that we are so needed in the world. You'll make the boat that you need. You'll sail it somewhere wonderful. I have no doubt. Because you have made mistakes and you have returned here again and again. Entering, rejoicing, coming into this space week after week. Not afraid of change. Opening your heart to one another. Because through COVID, when you could not meet in person, you kept coming here. When masks were required, you kept coming when there was hardly coffee hour at all, and I know that you need their coffee. You kept coming. When we were nervous about community responses to our justice work, you kept calm, and you kept coming to this place. Through complaints and questions and sometimes grumbles, you kept coming and you pitched in to make it better. And so we have had visitors show up, and so many of them stay and get involved and become this membership of this community. We have new children, new adults, folks who have been faithfully coming for decades, all blended together and beautiful. This faith that we are all a part of is a faith that does not ever coerce or compel you to be here. We ask something even harder, that knowing that there is no threat, no penalty for your disobedience or your disinterest, that you use your own conscience responsibly, that you use the gathered will of the community and choose to do the most loving thing, even when it may be the harder path. And you do this, and you'll keep on doing it, choosing beauty, choosing love, choosing justice, choosing joy, choosing compassion, letting your hearts be at home here with one another. No matter who is in this next ministry or when, I know that you will minister to one another as you continue on. May it be so, and blessed be. And we'll close our time together with hymn number 1064 from our Teal hymnal, knowing that we will continue on in this life together. Thank you to our hymn leaders who help us to sing.
Rolling ocean, still my tribe and
Please remain standing as we extinguish our chalice flame and speak together the words in our order of service. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry within our hearts until we are together again. And also, please hang out for a minute after the benediction, because we are going to try to take a photo of everyone gathered. So please don't run away.
That's a good reminder to me. I usually charge down off of the stage. As we close this time together, to those who came here seeking the holy, may the holy go with you and in you. To those who came here seeking to embrace life, may life return your affection. And to those who came here seeking a better way, may you find that way and the patience and the courage to take it day by day. To those who came here seeking a better world, may we make it so by the loving work of our hands and our hearts. Blessed be.
Now I think Heather's in charge. She's not up, and do I get to be boss? So I'm going to take it off him. I'm going to ask everybody to come up here, and we're going to do this a little different. The shortest people up here, the tallest people in front, okay? And we're going to squeeze in as snuggle as much as possible if we can. Now I've got the ladder, and I'll help you. Because I kind of one of the tallest people now, like I'm just like, One, two, three. Good luck. All right, so there are gluten-free options in there. There's not a lot of gluten-free options. So if you guys can have regular, grab a regular. We're not going to do the desserts yet, but we have the food going in there, okay? And you guys can go in.
Oh, here it is. Oh. It was in with the money.
I think we put it in here for now, and we can do it next Sunday.
Yes.
I'm doing okay. How are you?
Fine. I just thought I'd check in.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm doing okay.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you checking on me.
I forgot my phone, so I'll have to look at it when I get home and see. And I'll shoot some options to you for meeting.